ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதாய கவிதார்க்கிக கேசரி வேதாந்தாச்சார்யம் வர்யோ மே சந்நிததாம் சதா ஹிருதி. ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராகிய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கட நாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்த தேசிகம். சீரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியோ வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர ஓமளவும் வாழ்வு.
To tell you curiously, in English, the letter K is called otherwise constant, and K means 1000 as we give the number. I don't know how K becomes 1000, and so 5 people attending the session will be what we call equal to 1000. The mathematics of Vedanta Deshika is peculiar, awesome. So K is equal to 5000, I mean 1000, 5 is equal to 1000. As we Rajagopal Iyengar from Bangalore know that we can prove 1 is equal to 2. In English, we can, in formula, we can prove 1 is equal to 2. And therefore, Mahalakshmi plus Sriman Narayana is 1 is equal to 2.
Sorry,
let us
Adiyan,
look at the right.
You are underestimating people, because 1 is not equal to 1000, 1 is equal to 10,000.
Right. No, 1000 meaning you have to add yes, thousands. Sagastra Shirsha Purushaha doesn't mean 1000. Vishnu Sagastra Namam, it is not 1000. It is 1008 actually, but again, it's not 1008. It is thousands of 8. Okay. So, just like the qualities, unlimited number of qualities of the Lord. So look at the first line. I think we must go to the page 153 instead of 154. Have we? Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to stress upon the last expression, Ashrita Ishta Arthadaini. We want money, we want money, we want money. So money is everything for us. So money is Lord. Our Lord is our wealth. So when we seek as Ashrita, Prapanna, the devotee, the surrendery, the very Gayatri Chandas, it is not Gayatri Mantra, please remember. It is Gayatri Chandas, the very prosody, the very meter gives us all benefits which we need. Lord knows what we need. So we are not going to advise him or ask him or remind him that what we need. So what do you say? 154. Narayanaya. Kayena vacha manasendrirva buddhyatmana va prakriti swabhavat karomi yati yat sakalam parasmai Narayanaya. That is the 154. Let us take 154. Padam Narayanaya iti. So this is the highest post, Padam. The highest feat, Padam. As we say in Tamil, that is Padam, well cooked. So Prasadam, Padama Vendirikun solvom, Tamil. So Padam. Padam means feet. Padam means post. Padam means status. Padam means here the highest status to Narayana iti. So that gives us the strength, Shakti. So that Padam, you can call it as Napumsakalinga, neutral gender word, and becomes female gender, Shakti. This is what we say in Shiva Vaishnava Sampradaya. The female principle of the goddess of fortune, namely Mahalakshmi, is what we call Shakti incarnate. So the Advaitin says, Shivam illayel Shakti illai, Shakti illayel Shivam illai. Shivam we refer to in our Sampradaya as auspiciousness. When there is auspiciousness, we have power. When we have power, we have auspiciousness. Shubham, Mangalam, Mangalam Bhagavan. In the Vishnu Sahasranama, you understand that Mangalam Mangalanam, Pavitranam Pavitramyo, Mangalanancha Mangalam. So Pavitranam, purest of the purest, and the most auspicious of the most auspicious. So Padam Narayana iti Shaktim, Tam, therefore it is in feminine gender. So Avalai Pranataha Asmiya. I surrender to. So Akaratu Uchitam Bijam Vasudeva Abhidhainaha. This is also a Shastra with a single small expression, namely Akara Vacho Vishnu. Whenever you say the first letter of any language, that is Lord Vishnu. So Akaratu Uchitam. The Pranava, namely the three letters joining as one syllable, single syllable, which we utter before reciting scriptures, we call it Omkara. That Om has got three letters. The first letter is A, the second letter is U, and third letter is M. A, U, Im. We don't say Ma, Makara, we say Akara, Ukara, Makara. So Akara Duchitam, what? Bijam, the seed. Who is the seed? Lord Vishnu. What is the tree? All creations. So what is the name? Vasudevaha. So we love the incarnation of Lord Krishna more than any other avatara, and therefore we all remember Vasudevaha. Vasudevaha does not mean only the son of Vasudeva. Vasu means wealth, and therefore Devaha, God, the god of wealth. His spouse is goddess of wealth. So you take Nammalvar's statement as well as Yamunacharya's statement in Stotra Ratnam, Tiruvukkum Tiruvai, Alvar, Nammalvar, Tiruvukkum Tiruvai. Sri Yamunacharya says in his Stotra Ratnam, Shriya Shrihi. He is asking the question, Kashriya Shrihi. Who is the Shri of Shri? Who is the wealth of the wealth? So who is the Kubera of Kubera? And the goddess Mahalakshmi and Mahavishnu are mutually the wealth of each other. Therefore, that is Bijam. So Vasudeva, Abhidhaina. We are all utterers of, we are all meditators of this word Vasudeva. In the particular what you call Dwadasha Akshara Mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So again another expression in Sanskrit is there. After reading all books, whatever be the book on spirituality in our Sampradaya, we say Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. It is said in Bhagavad Gita clearly by Lord Krishna towards, of course, in the guise of the student Arjuna, all of us are instructed to know that Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Is there anyone among us who is often understands, frequently realizes that everything is Vasudeva? The computer before you, the laptop before you is Vasudeva. The text is Vasudeva. The speech which we say, do, and Vasudeva. So Sarvam Vasudeva. Vasudeva Sarvam. It is very rare to find such a man, such a person who feels so, because we are not attuned to that. We are not trained to that. We are not so mature that we don't recognize every object in this world as Vasudeva. Because, for example, the laptop costs, my laptop costs 63,000. The money, that is Vasu. That is Vasudeva. So Tat Bijam. So the seed to that, Asya Prabhavam Pranavam. Just now I said. So what is the source of the Pranava Akshara, the Omkara? It is the letter A. So Pranatosmiha. So I salute the Omkara Vimanam of Sri Ranganatha in Sri Ranga. So Vimana Darshanam we say. Vimanam, flight. Vigatam Manam Migataha Manaha Esyasaha. One who has lost his fame. No, Vishishtaha Manaha Esyasaha. One whose respect is more. So boarding a flight meaning we are boarding our spiritual knowledge. We are going in a higher level to spiritual knowledge. So Pranatosmiha. So remember, Pranama is very important. There are so many quotations in Ramanujacharya's Granthas and also other Acharyas, including Vedanta Deshika. And also I will come back to what you call the author who has become popular these days, called Lakshmi Sahastra's author, namely Venkatadhari, a sincere devotee, disciple of Vedanta Deshika. I would say he has excelled Vedanta Deshika. I will not withdraw my statement anytime. So having gone through the 1018 verses of Sri Lakshmi Sahasram, I understand that Vedanta Deshika has been excelled, has been surpassed, has been overlooked by the Shishya. Guruvai Minjina Shishya. So Mantrasya Devatam Cha Api Paramatmanam Avyaya. Who is the God of, who is the deity of the mantra, the spell, Ashtakshara mantra? So Paramatman, he is the supreme soul. What is he? Avyayam, immutable, unchangeable. Though he takes a lot of forms, para, vyuha, vibhava, antaryami, archa, all these forms are one and the same. He is unchangeable. So we say very casually, Rama, Sri Rama is only an actor. Sri Krishna is a very intelligent actor, better than Rama. So Rama at least looks innocent. Krishna is always cunning, as understood as cunning, cheating, pranks, doing all pranks. So all these are all actions, what you call in a drama. The world is but a drama, according to Shakespeare. So we are all actors there. The world is a stage of play. So mantrasya devatam champi paramatmanam avyayam narayanam param brahma nataha asmi shirasahari. See, every other line you see here, the first line pranatosmyaham, third line pranatosmyaham, fourth line again, sixth line, fifth line natosmi shirasahari. How do we bow? So we bow our head, we lower our head level, and then that means we remove our ahankara from our mind. We remove our what you call even the other bad qualities like matsarya, especially matsarya, jealousy towards others, insolence, pride, self-pride, self-respect, everything that we shed off so that my head is low. Natosmi shirasahari. So pranamya cha evam, again pranamya cha evam, Guruvadin, again salute the preceptors. Every morning, evening, if possible afternoon, night, we say the Taniyans. Vijayaraghavan Swami from Coimbatore is such a devoted gentleman. He never forgets the acharyas. He is very grateful to the acharyas. He shows in his activity his gratefulness. He is humble. He never put up a show. So Narayanam Parabrahma Natosmi Sirasaharim Pranamya Chaivam Guruvadin. How do you worship the preceptors? When they are already Pitrus, namely in the Acharya Loka, as Shabari says, she wanted to go to Acharya Loka only and not any other like heaven or Vaikuntha or any other place. So Gandhadyehi Abhipujyacha. So they are in the form of the Divya Mangala Vigraha in your room, in your puja room. So Gandhadyehi, you have a sweet smelling unguents, sweet smelling incense, INCENCE, ஊதுபத்தி சொல்றோம், சாம்பிராணி, அப்புறம் அந்த கம்ப்யூட்டர் சாம்பிராணின்னு ஒன்று விற்கிறது. So you have so many types of incense sticks which will give very sweet smell, aroma, and not any other. So we have தாழம்பூ ஊதுபத்தின்னு ஒன்று விற்கிறது, தாழம்பூ ஊதுபத்தி. And தாழம்பூ kumkumam also. When we wear it on the forehead, whether man or woman, it gives a sweet smell. தாழம்பூ வாசனை அடிக்கிறது. So we have different, so the sweet smelling objects must be offered to him. Gandhadvaram duradharsham nityapushtam karishiniim. It is only said in Sri Suktam, but it applies to everyone. Then you call the goddess to your sanctum. Gandhadvaram duradharsham nityapushtam karishiniim Ishwarigam sarvabhutanam tam iha upahvaye shriyam. I call him here, I call her here. Iha here, tam, her, upahvaye. I'm addressing and inviting to what you call, you say, invoking the goddess Mahalakshmi into the Salagrama and or whatever the idol that you have in your puja. Sometimes it is called also the Brindavan Shila. Brindavan Shila is there, white colored one. Of course, Salagrama is black as Krishna. So Gandhadyehi Abhipujya. So after Gandha worship, so you have also the light worship. Again, so it's all, asanam. So after taking bath, after giving bath to the Lord. So Snanasanam, then Gandhasanam, then Alankarasanam. And so Anisham, how much time will you devote to worship all this? Anisham, no time limit. Anisham meaning forever. That means it is a short form of Aharnisham. Nisha is night, Ahar is day, Ahaha is day. So Aharnisham becomes Anisham forever, continuously. What do? Bhagavad Bimbam Apitat Avalokayam. Already we saw our eyes should concentrate upon, our vision should fall upon only the pedestal on which Lord either stands, sits, or reclines. So Bhagavat Bimbam. Bimbam is image. It is not the image as we say, we see in mirror. It's not a mirror image. It is the original figure. It's called Bimbam. In Sanskrit, Bimbam is original figure. Pratibimbam is image. Whatever we can reflect from a mirror. And in a particular room called Kannadi Arai in temples, you see the mirrors are fixed with 360 degrees angle, and because of the formula, you get the infinite number of images of the god or goddess there. During 2 months Thai, so this month Adi, we have Kannadi Arai Seva, the mirror room. So you have umpteen number of images. Even if you poke your nose, the nose will be in infinite number. So what you do is, Anisham, Bhagavad Bimbam Apitat Avaloki. So Apitat meaning you don't stop with the divine feet, you go up to the head of the Lord, the divine head of the Lord. And even I can say, you can go up to the Adishesha of the Lord. Even while sitting as Paramapadanatha in Pararupa of Paravasudeva, you have what you call in the sitting posture of the Lord, you have Adishesha covering the head. So Adishesha is always there because he is the first servant, main servant, all-time servant. So what do? Japet Ashtaksharam Mantra. Simply don't mechanically meditate on the 8th syllable spell, but Tad Artham Anuchante. Remember the meaning of it. How to understand the meaning? We have to go through all the Chillare Ragasyams of Sri Vedanta Deshika. And we have a lot of books which tell us the meaning of the Ashtakshara, especially Srimad Ragasya Trayasaraha of Sri Vedanta Deshika. We cannot avoid Vedanta Deshika while we want to understand our own Sri Vaishnava tradition, Sampradaya. So how many times should you say the Ashtakshara mantra? Ashtottara Sahasram Va, Shatam Va, Dasha Va. You must be curious to do it. You must be interested in doing it. You must have the positive attitude to do it. Utsukaha. Not with indifference. Not nonchalantly. Not with a deviated thought. So deeply interested. Utsukaha. Otherwise you can say utsahaha, with a lot of ambition. So Japante, at the end of the meditation, Manasa Dhyatva, so after doting in the heart, so mind, Yatha Ukta Akritim Achut. Let us remember the entire figure of the Lord. How is he in Utsava idol? How is he in the Moolavar idol? Remember the size of the feet, fingers. What is the dress that he wears? Is it silk, yellow garment, or something else? So, for example, we have in Srirangam, Ranganatha Seva during Brahmotsavam, they are called Puchandi Seva. It's called Pavitrotsavaha. In Pavitrotsavaha, we have Pavitram adorning all the entire Tirumeni of the Lord. And when you look at him at a distance, almost it looks like for the children Puchandi. A person to be afraid to have a look. So the Pavitra is in the circular fashion. It will be in a rather oval fashion. It will be adorned to all entire Tirumeni of Lord Ranganatha in the Moolavar idol. And you will love that vision. You will love that vision. Normally it comes in this August month, about last week of the August, you have that vision. Many of you have already enjoyed it. So then how do you worship him? Sapatnikam. Don't leave out Mahalakshmi. So Sapatnikam. So Achyutam. Why Achyutam of all the names? Because he will not leave us in lurch. And therefore he will not drop us out. The taxi driver, whenever we book a taxi, the taxi driver says, where should I drop you? I said, don't drop me, I will fall down. So you make me get out of the car. That's all. Open the door and help me to get out of the car. Not don't drop me. So where is the drop? He says. Drop is not putting down fast, violently. So Sapatnikam, don't drop Mahalakshmi. So Sapatnikam, Sanuyatram. So remember the devotees, rather, for example, Goda in Srirangam, Andal in. So you will find Garuda in Siviliputtur, Rangamanna's Sannidhi. Garuda is there. So don't leave him. Sanuyatram, the co-passengers, the co-travelers. Sanuyatram. Sadvara Ganeshwaram. Remember Vishwaksena, Ganeshwaram, Gananam Ishvara. Don't take the other name of the Advaita tradition. So Sadvara, Dwarapalaka, Chanda Prachanda, Jaya Vijaya, Kumuda. There are so many names for. So Dwarapalakas. While you enter into the Sancta Sanctorum, get their permission and enter. Don't delete from your heart their names. So Sadwaram Ganeshwaram. Sadwarapa Ganeshwaram. Dwarapalakaha, it is abbreviated as Dwarapaha. Dwaram Pati iti Dwarapaha. Pati meaning protects, saves. Dwaram Pati, doorkeepers, sentries, security guard. Along with the Ganeshwara, already there is a Vishwaksena is there with Vetram. Then Kritva Evam Manasa, Yogam Suchiram Krishta Manasa. Again, do all this with a happy mind. ஐயோ பண்ணணுமே அப்படின்னு பண்ணணும். எல்லாம் சொல்லிட்டாளே, பெரியவா சொல்லிட்டாளே, கேட்டு தொலையணுமே அப்படின்னு பண்ணணும். Krishta Manasa. With a very happy mind. Krishta. The Santosha Manasa is different from Krishta Manasa. Krishta is little more. We have the Eklat, ECLAT. Lot of joy in our mind in doing our duty. Suchiram for a long time. Yogam. So in the final, before the night duty of sleep, Yogam. Again, what we call disciplining your body and mind. Disciplining your body and mind. Yoga. So in yoga, according to Patanjali's Shastra, out of the Shat Darshanas, 6 books we have, Yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. Shut up all your roads to other thoughts. Close all gaps while your mind is trying to wander about. So don't allow your mind to wander. Don't allow your heart to roam about everywhere else except the Lord. So Uttaya, get up, Tataha then, Yogat, because of your discipline, Dandavat Pranipatyacha. Make a Sashtanga Namaskara. So the mind is also one of the 8 limbs, as I said yesterday also. Stutvacha Bhagubihi Stotrai. Many people of other gender, namely, I won't, so I say ladies, according to Shastra, we are all of us are ladies. How? Stri prayam idam jagat. The only he man is Lord Purushottama, namely Narayana. We are all female partners of the Lord. So when you have a lot of authors of devotional songs to read, ladies want to take up scriptures to read. They want to recite Purusha Suktam, Shi Suktam, Nila Suktam, Bhu Suktam, Vishnu Suktam, then Taittiriya Upanishad. They will, I think, start reciting Achidra, Ashwamedha, Katakam, and Samhita so on. Many are trying to do. I have one bad example. A lady is teaching scriptures to others. I think, from Chennai. And when they have, because what I feel is they intrude into our income. Therefore, I would say only the men have the prerogative to say the scriptures and teach scriptures. Otherwise, they will spoil our business also. We say in Sanskrit, Veda Vitt, meaning Vedathai Vitt, Tamil, Vedathai Vitt, Sambadhikam. We earn by selling scriptures. தப்பு தப்பா சொல்லி கொடுத்து சம்பாதிக்கிறோம். தப்பு தப்பா சொல்லி கொடுத்து. The books are very bad in spelling mistakes, with spelling mistakes. And every time one has to correct by consulting elders. Each page contains at least 2 mistakes. So Stutvaja Bhagabi. Now why this bad attitude? So why do they encourage themselves? Ladies encourage themselves to do that. So Stotraihi Bhagubhihi Stotraihi Kritva. 29 devotional songs of Vedanta Deshika. Yadavabhyudaya contains 24 cantos. Paduka Sahasram contains 1008. Lakshmi Sahasram contains 1018. Bhagavatam contains 18,000 verses. We call it Granthas. Grantha here doesn't mean book, but 32 syllables. Each Grantha means 32 syllables. Mahabharata contains 1 lakh poetry, verses of poetry, and then prose pages, about I think more than 200. Prose stories are there in Mahabharata. And Ramayana, as you know, we avoid Uttarakhanda, and there are, even though we avoid Uttarakhanda, at least 23,000 verses are there. 23,000 into 32 syllables. And we also claim that when we say single syllable, all our sins go off. That is the exaggeration. So, Stitva, so Kritva Chapi Pradakshinam. How many Pradakshinams, circumambulations should we do? Not even minimum 1, at least 2. Shiva Vaishnava Sampradaya believes in even numbers. So 2, 4, 6. Again, the particular point in doing Pradakshinam, there are 7 prakaras of Srirangam. 7 prakaras of Srirangam. In every year, there is a function where all the 7 prakaras are circumambulated by a group of devotees. It's little tiresome, but it should be done. It can be done. All the 7 prakaras. On that particular day, even the closest circuit is the permission is given for entry into the closest circuit, namely Thiruvennai Nari Chutru. Thiruvennai Nari Chutru. Every prakara has got a particular name in Tamil. I'm not just immediately familiar with them, but I can tell you, Kesavadas Swami also is familiar with that. And then, so the closest circuit around the Sanctum Sanctorum, within the Vimanam, we can have an entry on a particular day in a year. That's all. One day, just one day. So here, Pradakshinam. How many circumambulations? So this is clockwise direction, walking through clockwise direction, and that is called the Pradakshinam. So our right hand should show the southern direction, and we must have what we call the sympathy of the Lord, Dakshina, Dakshinyam, Dakshina. If you want to pay fees and have a round, okay. Recently, I went to Chennai. A friend of mine, a sudden friend of mine, fortunately took me to what we call the Shingaperumal Kovil near Chennai. And when I went to Shingaperumal Kovil, the speciality was the third eye was shown on the forehead of Lord Lakshmi Narasimha. It was open. It was open. And around the temple, we have a prakaram with a lot of steps to ascend and steps to come down, descend. So one time walking during hot sun is itself is little hard. And then I said, I will only do 2 times minimum. And my friend did about 10 times because it was Thiruvaradhanam time, and Thiruvaradhanam was going on, and therefore my friend also was fortunate enough to go around. It's like a walking exercise in the morning. And I found that getting up the steps and coming down the steps was little difficult for aged people. So why I find is how many pradakshinams will you do? So pradakshinam, it is as much as we can. So yatha shakti, you apply that particular word yatha shakti everywhere. Of course, in certain cases it is mandatory, it is compulsory. You cannot avoid doing it. So where do you stand? So this is a particular point which we must understand. Earlier in the earlier pages we understood this, namely every pradakshinam should be stopped for a little time, 1 or 2 seconds, because you need some energy and take a deep breath to continue the second or third circumambulation. And therefore, stitva agre, stand before the Lord, Deva Devasya. So don't go on walking very fast continuously, as we do in Visa Balaji temple in Chilukur in Andhra Pradesh. I saw them doing fast. Everyone is fast. 108 times we must do in order to get visa easily to US or any other country. It is given, Lord gives, donates visa. The Visa Balaji temple. It's called Chilukur Balaji temple. So they go very fast. They actually run in the production. We are not supposed to do that. How are we supposed to do that? It is like a fully pregnant lady taking a pot full of water on her hips, on her bosom. And how will she walk? Fast. Will she walk fast or slowly? That is the way in which we must do production. after doing single pradakshanam, every single pradakshanam, we must stop, stand before the Lord, then Murdhni Swam Anjalim Krutva. This is the way. Murdhni on the head, over the head, Swam Anjalim. Don't take some other hand and say, my hand, my left hand, and another person's right hand will join. No. This is only done in Bharatanatyam when two people are there. So, Swam Anjalim, Krutva Murdhni. Put it over your head. Why over the head? I have head weight, as we say in Tamil. Tala Ganam. That is Ahankaraha and Mamakara. So all these are all the bad attitudes that we have that we do not avoid. So Jalayati iti Amjalihi. Akaravacho Vishnu. Lord Shivanarayana is denoted by the letter A. So when you say Akaravachaha Vishnu, the first letter A syllable will always denote Lord Mahavishnu. And him, that Mahavishnu, Jalayati, make him melt like butter. Melt like butter in hot sun. So by heat, your head also is full of heat because when your brain is working normally, you have a heat over the head, inside the brain. Whenever you think of the Lord, the thoughts always give you some heat. Your pressure also increases. Of course, 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. So it should not exceed or it should not be lowered. So that heat is there. The whole Jatharagni spreads there everywhere in the body. And over the head, when you keep your cool fingers, when your attitude is cool, then you give up your ahankara and mamakara, the sense of egoism and the sense of possession. And then Lord treats you kindly. Tataha, therefore, then swasmai to yourself, prapannaya, datte tena ubhayesu. So what do we need in this world? We need happy life in this world and again happy life in the next world. What is the next world? Vaikuntham. Alvar says, Maranamanal Vaikundam Kodukkum Piran. Maranamanal Vaikundam Kodukkum Piran. Another Alvar says, Vinnaham Peruvadu Mannavar Vidiye. So the other world, which we do not know exactly or elaborately, which we have not seen earlier. So Ubhaye Sati. So what we call Vibhuti, Leela Vibhuti and Nitya Vibhuti. This is called two. Datte, it is assured for you. If we are a surrendery, if we are surrenderies. So Swasmai Prapannaya. Why does he gift these two to us? Because we belong to him. We are the properties and he is the owner. And therefore, Swasmai Prapannaya. The surrendery is the property of the Lord. Therefore, Swasmai. He is not doing anything for somebody, a third person, a stranger. He is giving the gift to his own property, devotee, namely Prapannaya. The Charma Shloka of Sri Ramavatara, as all of you know, Sakradeva Prapannaya. It is enough. You need not put your palms together over the head like this, Anjalim. But Pancaratra is very specific. But Rama was so accessible, easily accessible, Saulabhyam. So he met Guha and made him brother. He met Sugriva, made him brother. He met Vibhishana, he made him brother. So Guha nodu Aivarano. Kundruval Sugriva nodu Arvarano. Vedana nodu Eluvarano. Universal brotherhood. But he said, Sakradeva Prapannaya, Tava Asmi iti jachate. You just beg, of course, beg. Kenji, konjano Kenji. இல்லாட்டா கொஞ்சு வேணாலும் கொஞ்சு. பெரியாழ்வார் கொஞ்சின மாதிரி கொஞ்சு, இல்லாட்டா கெஞ்சு. பெக் யாச்சதே கிம் அகம் பந்துஹு பவான் சர்வ பந்துஹு. யூ ஆர் மை ஆல் டைம் ரிலேட்டிவ், all types of relative. So sarva bandhu or I I I am related to you. Tava asmi iti yajati. Don't even give me respectful word in Sanskrit. Tava asmi iti yajati. Aham tava asmi. Tava உனக்கு உனக்கு உறவினன் நான். உங்களுடைய உறவினன் நான் கூட மரியாதையா சொல்ல வேண்டாங்கிற. தவ அஸ்மி உனக்கு. சோ உங்களுடைய பவதஹான்னு சொல்லணும். இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பெரியவாளா இருந்தா அழகிசிங்கர் ஆச்சாரியர் இல்ல ஆண்டவன் ஆச்சாரியரா இருந்தா பவதாம்னு சொல்லணும், பகுவச்சனம் சொல்லணும். பவதாம் அகம். இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் வேணும்னா, மரியாதை வேணும்னா அத்திர பவதாம் சொல்லணும். இங்கே இருக்கீங்களே அப்படின்னு. இல்ல ரொம்ப தூரத்துல இருக்கா, தத்திர பவதாம் சொல்லணும், மரியாதையா சொல்லணும். அங்க இருக்கீங்களே, தத்திரனா அங்கே, தேர். அத்திரனா ஹியர். அத்திர மீன்ஸ் ஹியர். So atra bhavatam meaning because you are close to the preceptor is near you, you say I am related to you. Bhavataha aham. என்னுடைய சொத்து நீ, என்னை நீ காப்பாற்ற வேண்டும். உன்னுடைய சொத்தை நீ காப்பாற்றாம வேற யாரு காப்பாற்றுவா? தொய் ரக்ஷதி ரக்ஷகைஹி கிம் அந்நேஹி. காமாசி காஷ்டம். தொய் அரக்ஷதி தொய்ச்ச அரக்ஷதி ரக்ஷகைஹி கிம் அந்நேஹி. In Ashtabhujashtakam Stotram Swami Deshika says, Tvayi pravritte mama kim prayasaihi. Tvayi apravritte mama kim prayasaihi. When the Lord is ready to grant us the boon, namely the two boons, Nitya Vibhuti and Leela Vibhuti, then where is the room for, where is the need for my efforts? Mama kim prayasaihi. If he is not ready to give, what is the use of my efforts? Tvayi apravritte. He addresses the Lord directly. The eight-armed Lord. So you saved an elephant. I am the elephant here. My legs are pulled by many crocodiles here. Grahaihi iva aham vishayaihi vikrishtaha. Then you give me the succor. You give me the refuge. You give me the shelter. I simply say, Tava cha asmi cha yachate. Tava asmi cha yajate. Abhayam sarvabhutebhyaha. Now, please remember, as we say in Sanskrit at the end of any function, Lokas samasta sukino bhavantu. In Srimad Ramayana, we always expect the whole world should be in good state. So, welfare should be in good welfare. So, here also say, when I surrender to the Lord, then what Rama says is, Abhayam sarvabhuti. For the sake of a single individual who bows at the feet of the Lord, Abhayam sarvabhutebhyaha. I give protection to all the living beings. Monkey, demon, squirrel, Jatayu the bird, and all other living beings. Living beings. Abhayam sarvabhutebhyaha. Sarvabhutebhyaha. Dadami etat vratam. That is the meaning of this. Tataha swasmai prapannaya datte tena ubhayeshu. Are we happy here? If at all we are not happy here, what shall we do? And if we are happy, what should we do? So both are said here in this paragraph. Next. Nirbhayaha sarvabhutebhyaha. This is what I said just now. Abhayam sarvabhutebhyaha. So nirbhayaha, the individual soul is fearless now. Fearless, nirbhayaha. We are all afraid of impending fear. For example, after hearing a very bad catastrophe in Ahmedabad flight recently, many people avoided flying out of fear. So nirbhayaha. So sarvabhutebhyaha. We are all afraid of the dogs here in everywhere in Tamil Nadu and like again in many states also. I understand many states also the dogs are let free. The government has taken a decision of sympathy to the dogs, and because of the dogs, the politicians are dogs, and therefore those dogs gave freedom to the dogs, and we human beings have to suffer during the night travel everywhere on the road in any state of India. And dogs are not caught. We don't expect them to be killed like the cows taken to Kerala stealthily, but we want the government to keep the dogs in control. That's all. But the dogs are roaming at the night and they shout, disturbing our sleep. So this is what we say, nirbhayaha sarvabhutebhyaha. I must not be afraid in traveling at midnight on the road. Bhavet nirvrita manasa. My mind should be happy, peaceful. Nirvritaha meaning peaceful. Nirvrita manasa. I am bereft of cares, C-A-R-E-S. I am bereft of cares. And therefore, I have no fear. Karmani avasite tasmin, dullabhe dushkarebic. When do we get that peaceful heart? Namely, when we finish our duty properly, sincerely, completely. Karmani avasite. When our duties are over, tasmin at that time, dullabhe dushkarebic. People also among us are rare who finish their duty properly these days. Therefore, it is very rare to find a person who completes his duty, especially temple duty, and then dushkare pijay. It is also a very difficult duty. We have to pay IT salary to the priests of the temple. We fail miserably. We think IT people are to be highest paid in the society. Of course, they use brain, and much more brain is needed in performing the temple duty by a priest from the early morning to the even sometimes midnight. So we have a duty very difficult to be performed, and nobody recognizes the merit of the duty of the sincere priest. We are taken in a lot and we are blamed. It is true when some of them go astray that the whole lot is depreciated, boo-booed, insulted, and so on. Therefore, because it is very difficult, ask them to become priests. They can understand the what you call the brunt that they should bear. BRUNT, the brunt that they should bear. So what do? Argyam Dattva. Start the duty again. So Argyam Dattva. So starting with Argyam, that is water to wash hands. Then Yatha Purvam, Swam Atmanam Nivedyacha. Submit yourself. The individual soul is not your property. My body is not my property. The soul is not my property. The Jivatma is not my property. It is his property. So Swam Atmanam Nivedya. Whatever you have, submit it. The entire property that you have. Swanivedana Mantrena. Atmanam Nivedayami. You can understand Nyasa Dashakam of Swami Vedanta Desham. Swanivedana Mantrena. How to submit yourself? Dasa Shishya Atmaja Atmana. bring out here all the 9 types of relationship between the Lord and the individual soul, the Paramatma, the supreme soul, and the individual soul. But here there are only 3 here mentioned here. Let us confine ourselves to these 3, namely Dasa, I am the slave of the Lord. He is the master of the individual soul. Shishya, I am the student of the Lord. He is the teacher of the Lord, the teacher of the soul, preceptor of the soul. I am his son. He is my father. Atmajaha. Take the ladies also. I am the daughter of the God, and he is the father of the daughter. So sadaraha, how do you do it? With respect. Sadaraha. Svena shirasa. People take their children to the temple and push down their heads down on the floor. Compulsorily, they push the children's heads on the floor. Otherwise, they are not ready to bow down. So first you show by your precept and example, not precept, example. So you bow down, then they will bow down. Svena Shirasa, Bhakti Nignaha. So again, remember that you are not the greatest devotee. Bhakti Nignaha. I have committed a lot of faults in following the what we call Bhakti Yoga, the discipline of devotion. So don't take pride in saying, I am the greater devotee than others, or I am the greatest devotee of this city, town, village. So Bhakti Nignaha, Paratmane. To whom are we devotees? Paratmane, to the Paramatma. Nidadhyat samcha kartrutvam. So let us all devote our duty to him. Kartrutvam. We are not the doers. Sattvika Tyaga is remembered by Keshavdas Swami off and on. Every now and then, we always say the Sattvika Tyaga. Anena Atmana Kartra. We use the word. This is this body and this soul, Jivatma, is only an instrument in the hands of Lord, where the Lord does everything. So we say, Kartratvam Nidadhyat. The duty that I think that I am doing is only submitted to him. Narayana-yeti samarpayami. Yad yat. There is no mention of particular action. Yad yat. Atmana buddhatmana va prakritehe swabhavat karomi yat. Whatever I do, I don't think I think I am not doing it correctly. So you do it. So nidadhyat sancha kartrutvam tasminneva paratman. There is only one God. Just like one time password, don't let it known be to others, let it be known to others. Don't say the OTP to others. Meaning, we must forget the OTP so that we will lose the money. So that is not it. So Tasmin Neva Paratmani. Only one God, only one Almighty, only one Supreme Soul. Kshameyecha Aparadhan Soul. As you know, at the end of Tiruvaradhanam, we say, Aparadhan Kritan Maya. So we say, Upachara Apadeshen. Upachara Apadeshen. I am acting as though I am doing Tiruvaradhanam. So as though I am doing a lot of giving respect to you. Upachara Apadeshen. In the guise of, in the acting of I giving respect to you. Kritan Aharhar Maya. Aparadhan Iman Sarvan. Kshamasva Purushottama. We say that. What do you do? With knowledge we do mistakes. With remembrance we do mistakes. By forgetting we do mistakes. Jnana, Ajnana, Upapaditam. Wantonly I may do mistakes. Intentionally I may do mistakes. and unintentionally, unknowingly, we may do mistakes. Shamayeti cha paradhan swan. So we must request him, please excuse us. So what kind of mistakes? You have to read the Sharanagati Gadyam of Sri Ramanujacharya. He gives a list of apacharan, asahya apacharan. So he is mentioned here. Asahyanapi sahyams. Lord can tolerate, bear with some of the mistakes that we do. But even the Lord cannot bear some of the mistakes, the grave mistakes that we do. The grave errors, the blunders that we do. So, Kriyamanan Aharnisham. Kriyamanan. I am doing it now at the present time. Karishyamanan, you have the word in Gadyam. I am going to do, definitely, I am going to do mistakes. How many times? Aharnisham, throughout the day, 24/7. How do you do? How do we do mistakes? Ajnanataha, unknowingly. Api, also. Ashatyava, because of my incapacitated body. Debility has set in because of the age. And therefore I am not able to do that. Or by lethargy, laziness, alasyat. Alasyat. Or I am a wicked person. I am acting as though I am doing Trivaradha. Dushta bhavataha. I am a bad man. I am a bad man. So, though I am a bad man, I look orthodox. I have Dwadasha Urdhva Pundra on my body. Act as though that I am a good man among my relatives, friends, and so on. I boast myself. I have self-boasting attitude. I am the only one who can perform Aradhanam every day. Dushta Bhavata. These are all wicked attitudes. Krita Paradham, the mistake done. Kripaya Chantu Marhasi Mam Vibho. Again, we pray, we beg, we beseech, we bow down, we fall down at his feet and seek pardon. Vibho, a person who is universally present. So Sarvavyapi, Vibhu. So Mam Chantumarhasi. You must excuse us. So Ajnanat Athava Jnanat Ashubham Yat Kritam Maya Kantavyam Tat Asheshena Dasyena Cha Grihanamal. These are all already we have heard. Just now I said Upacharabadeshena Kritana Har Har Maya Apacharan Iman Sarvan Kshamasva Purushottam. After doing all mistakes in spelling, extra additions which are not available in the words, deletion, extrapolation, interpolation, and we say finally on Vishnu Sahasranam, Yadakshara Padabhrashtam Matrahinam Tuyad Bhavet Tat Sarvam Shamyatam Deva Narayana Namostute Visarga Bindu Mahatrani Padapadaksharani Cha Nyunani Jati Rikshani Kshamasva Purushottama Shirasa Prachite Naivam Prasannena Paratmana Shanta Sarvapacharena Karunamrita Varshina. So we are believing, we have faith, 100% faith in the Lord that He will excuse us. Therefore, I do frequently the mistakes. So, Shirasa Prarthitena, because I bowed my head low and I put it on the floor, ground, earth, and requested, Lord has become pleased. Prasannena Paratmana. He has become happy. I give a certificate. Oh Lord, you are happy. Shanta Sarva Apacharena. Because my all sins have been, all mistakes, blunders have been excused, pardoned. Why? Karuna Amrita Varshina. So we believe in this quality, namely, He is an ocean of pity, of compassion. And the compassion nectar flows on us like a rain. Therefore, all our sins are washed away.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராகியமுஷணம் கடனதாஜம் வந்தே வேதாந்த தேசிகம் கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமகம் வாதித்விகசிரோபங்க பராக்கிரம ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதாரிய இரம் விஜயதாங்குவி சீரொன்றதோப்பும் திருவேங்கடமுடையாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர போமளவும் சாமி அடியேன்
சொல்லுங்க.
அந்த திவ்ய அப்சரஸ்கள்லாம் பரமபதத்துல இருக்கா அப்படின்னு ஒண்ணு படிச்சேன்.
ஆமா.
எப்படி அங்க நித்திய
இல்ல
சூரிய
இல்ல அது வந்து வழியில தான். அந்த இதுல மார்க்கம் என்ன மார்க்கம் சொல்றேன்? அர்ச்சிராதி மார்க்கம். அர்ச்சிராதி மார்க்கத்துல போகும் பொழுது யாருமே இத வந்து பார்த்ததில்ல, பார்த்துட்டு வந்து சொன்னதில்ல. சாஸ்திரம் சொல்றது நம்பணுங்கிறது ஒரு விஷயம். So whatever is said by Deshika in all these books and also whatever Ramanuja said about, for example, the description of the topography of Sri Vaikuntham, so we know that. We believe that. In spite of it, we have so many lingering doubts. For example, when one goes to Vaikuntha, 500 apsaras, each 100 having a particular unguent to adorn you. Some flowers, some sweet-smelling objects, and so on. So, you have to cross the river called Viraja. The philosophically speaking, so you shed off your alukku, Tamil alukku, the dirty body, in the sense that the dirtiness of the what you call the sins. So that is you become pure after crossing over the river. That's why we say it's called the river itself called Viraja. That means the river is pure. And when our impure soul goes there and then gets out of it, then we become purer. Rather, already the Jivatma is pure. It is never impure. But we always say because we are attaching the body, always our body is associated according to our thinking. Therefore, the Viraja Nadi. So these are all what you call philosophical concepts which we should not only believe, but also take the import from that. Instead of saying physically, we have to swim across the river, and invited by, see, some people say, a chariot comes from the heaven to take you back. So, for example, Matali, the driver from Indra, came to Rama's rescue. Why? Rama is not a god, he's a human being. Sita did not fast during 9 months in the Ashokavana of Ravana. Indra gave Amritam. The Amritam was flowing, the milk, the divine milk was flowing into her mouth. We say she has become, according to Kamban, she has become lean, she has become emaciated, weak before by the hot thought of the Lord Rama, her husband. So no. She had the energy to sustain, to bless Hanuman and bless the demonesses who did not surrender to her. Papa namva, Shubha namva, Kopi Vadham Narhata. Nobody deserves punishment whether they are sinners or good people. They have done harm to me according to the instructions of Ravana. So who is to be blamed? Ravana, not the demonesses. அம்பை எய்தவன் இருக்க அம்பை நோவானேன் Tamil proverb. When there is an archer to send the arrow, why do you blame the arrow? So the archer must be blamed. So I mean, why I say this is, so the marga to the heaven, namely Vaikuntham, is actually practically and graphically described in Shastras, and we have to understand only the basic principles. I would also love to be invited by 500 apsarases, the most beautiful damsels of the world. I would include Ramba, Urvashi, Menaka, and Tilottama among the 500. There are only 4 names mentioned. 4 names are there. They are anonymous. They are anonymous. We don't know the names of 33 crores of gods, but we have no 33 leaders' names. Ashwin 2, Vasu 8, Rudras 11, Adityas 12. Totally 33. Lord Vishnu is included in everything. Aditya, among the Aditya 12, Rudra 11, Ashwin 2. He is also most handsome, the Lord. Manmatha. And then Vasu, Ashtavasu. All the Ashtavasus, 7, 8 Vasus, one of them is Lord Krishna, born to Devaki. The first 6 Vasus, then we have Parvati, also one Vasu, and in the case of Rohini, Balarama, and Lord Krishna today. These are all some very great secrets and principles that we understand very easily by the avatars of Lord. And we have umpteen avatars in Bhagavata: Dattatreya, Dhanvantari, Kapila, the founder of Sankhya Darshana. There are 2 types of Sankhya Darshana: Nirishwara Sankhya and Seshwara Sankhya. One who is what we call atheistic, and one is theistic. One who believes in God, one who doesn't believe in God. There is no God for Nirishwara Sankhya. We have so many other darshanas: Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, and so on. But each darshana makes you understand the highest principle is Srimanarayana. The last goal is Srimanarayana. Nobody else. That we should believe very firmly. So anything related to it. Thanks to you. Taking a lot of time.
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம்